So the Sims team has added a premiere to the Sims YouTube channel showing off the next Gamepack, and it's set to go live tomorrow. So they've been tweeting some interesting things out on Twitter. They have been tweeting odd pictures of Sims with twisted heads and giant smiles and nightmare fuel. It doesn't begin to explain what that smile does to everyone who seems to look at them. The best example I can give is Batman, the animated series, with Joker's laughing gas and their smiles go ridiculously big. Yeah, it's a little bit scary, but most people have sort of figured out that Strangetown is coming to The Sims 4. And we have a lot of stuff pointing in that direction. So we have the smiles, we have the military. They added a GIF to the Sims Twitter account with the military. There's like an RV and a plane in the background and a set dressing, and people have freaked out over the RV, like, oh my god, cars are coming, we're living in the RV. If you look at this picture really closely, the RV is pretty much set dressing, I'm gonna call it now. If you look at the door, primarily, it looks like set dressing. They've tweeted out, water is love, water is life. Yeah, there's not a lot of water in the desert. They tweeted out, join us in the crater. There is a crater in Strangetown, so it's sort of semi-confirmed. We won't know until the premiere tomorrow. So, was there a lot of mind control going on in Strangetown? Because they have confirmed it's not zombies. So this is not some zombie virus turning people into, you know, clown-looking Joker gas ingesting Sims. No. So I'm guessing more along the lines of mind control and alien mind control. So what would I like from a Strangetown type pack? Well, better aliens first and foremost. The aliens from way back when in 2015, they're a bit lackluster compared to some of the new stuff we got, especially if you compare them to vampires. So I would love if they would go back and tweak the aliens a little bit, give them more stuff to do, more things you can do with them. Also, since Strangetown is a desert town, I would love to have it not look like Oasis Springs, so please don't just copy paste stuff from Oasis Springs into Strangetown and be like, it's another desert town. It needs to have its own personality and not be just a copy of Oasis Springs. I would love eco-living, you know, solar panels, living off the grid, bunkers, prepper lifestyle, that kind of thing. That all sort of feeds into like conspiracy theories. Wasn't there some kind of conspiracy theory in Strangetown when Bella Goth showed up? I don't know how they're going to do that necessarily because we already have Bella Goth. So maybe, I don't know, this is just a thought, maybe she'll just disappear from the house and show up in Strangetown and we have to figure out the mystery. I don't know. It'll be very interesting. The military, the presence of so many military makes me think that we might be getting, I don't know, an interactive career military thing. I don't particularly want that, but I remember the Strangetown trailer with a lot of, you know, military type going through training courses and things like that. So I don't know if that's what we're gonna get. Military interactive career is not very high on my list of things I want, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, personally, for me, I never played in Strangetown, but I know a lot of people who are absolutely in love with it. The conspiracy, the atmosphere, the aliens, the weird residents. I've read enough Sims stories, I've watched enough Sims videos to know that this is something that people are madly in love with. I never got to play a lot of The Sims 2. It doesn't like running on new computers, and that's a problem. I played, I believe, one series. Yeah, one. That was my haunted asylum, and I didn't see very much of anything in the game because you have to live in the house 24/7. You can't leave it. So I didn't really get to see or do anything outside of our asylum house. So I would love to see Strangetown. I am working on somehow figuring out how to get The Sims 2 running. I mean, pink flashing and weird crashes. Like, this game doesn't like new hardware at all. But that is the fun of playing old games on new hardware. Yeah. Lots of fun. I am excited to try because I play Pet Stories, and that runs on the Sims 2 engine, so maybe, just maybe it'll work, fingers crossed. Hopefully. I would love to play in Strangetown and experience that for the very first time, because I don't know very much about The Sims 2 at all. I'm also a bit worried, and I'm not gonna lie, I am a bit nervous about this. Previous track record of the Sims team is not very good. Let's talk about some of the packs that have come out in the last year and a half. So the one that made me personally stop buying any packs was cats and dogs. It seems like a lot of money and time and effort went into creating the animals in Create-A-Pets, and there wasn't much else to do. I mean, for dogs, you had walks, playing with a ball, and agility. And cats had even less. Dogs would never play with their ball autonomously. Cats would never play with their cat condos autonomously. Let's see. The needs went down ridiculously. You couldn't, the big one, you couldn't play them. So half the time they would just sit there and not do what they needed to do to fix themselves. So that made not playing them really hard. It wasn't the best pack that they could do with pets. Like I said, I played Pet Stories, and that blows us out of the water. And Pet Stories was a side thing running on the Sims 2 engine. It was a cash grab to shove out as fast as possible and make extra money. It was not like a lot of effort put in this game, and it outstrips the Sims 4 pets like nobody's business. So I don't know. I'm just very, very worried. I am. Del Sol Valley, we saw that they made a teeny tiny itty bitty town, and I would have thought that they would have learned from the hubbub they created with Forgotten Hollow and the 5 lots. You know, who would think people would want to live in a creepy, dark town, you know, more than 5 households? Who would think that? But because it was considered a game pack, it didn't need to have a big world. And then Del Sol Valley came out, and it's a teeny tiny world, and we're like, that's an expansion. Why is the town so small? And then they tell us, oh, we're working on lag and performance. And I'm like, now? You're like, what, 4 years, we're on the 5th year this year into the game, and you're now just thinking about performance? Honey, the horses have left the county. They have left the world. You've left the barn doors open for so long that the horses are on another continent. Like, now? I think there's more to it than that. I think it might also be on EA's side, maybe cutting costs, and they cut corners to make it more reliable, make the game seem bigger. They cut the town to put more resources into the acting career. I don't know. I don't like that. When they brought pets over, it was definitely very cut corners, put together whatever you can, and this is what you got. And I think that was a big disappointment for me. And I really hope this doesn't happen to Strangetown, because this is loved by anybody who played The Sims 2. And that's a big part of the community. And it makes me nervous to watch this progression of cutting corners and the barest minimum that they can get away with. And it makes me worried. It makes me tremendously worried to see the game go down this path of being more and more narrow, more and more without what people want. Things. It makes me wonder if the Sims team doesn't know or doesn't care about what people are drawn to this game as. I don't come to this game to do jobs. I mean, it's great when we get new jobs, but that's not something I come to this game for. Because if I wanted a job simulator, I could get that anywhere else. I come to this game for life simulation. Going places, doing things. I'm a family player, and unfortunately there's not much family stuff to do. We don't have anything that we can go and do, unless you count not Oasis. Unless you count Granite Falls, and that's just a bunch of rabbit holes that don't do anything. Like, we don't have stuff to do as families, go away on trips for the weekend. I'm not talking about Jungle Adventure. I would never take kids to Jungle Adventure. There's nothing for them to do, you know? They're just missing a huge chunk of what people come to this game for, and people are kind of getting fed up. 4 years, we're heading on to 5 this year into the game, and they still don't have what they want, and I'm just worried that they're not going to do Strangetown justice, and people are going to get mad. Because you can't just go and grab something that people absolutely love pull it into The Sims 4, get out the scissors, and start chopping it up and being like, no, you don't need this, don't need this, let's make it smaller, let's make it this tiny itty bitty piece of what everybody loved, and then we'll sell that for $20 and you're out of luck. That's what makes me nervous, because that sort of seems like where we're going as a series. Smaller things, less to do, and stuff that should have been in with a pack that is not there. Just makes me a little bit worried, but I'm also optimistic to see how they're going to do Strangetown, because I didn't get to have it and enjoy it and love it, so I guess I can go and look at it with an unbiased eye because I don't have the nostalgia glasses on, but I'm sure other people will know if it's something they want to buy or not. So tomorrow, we'll see. So I'm gonna go and work on some other videos and let me know what you guys think. Hooray! You made it to the end. Looking for more adventures? Here's a few I recommend. There's the current playlist if you missed some episodes, and a brand new adventure I think you'll like. And don't forget about the cards in the upper right corner if you want more of our 1,000+ adventures together. I'll be back tomorrow with even more adventures. Bye!